Hi, welcome to Inner Peace. My name is Angel, and I will be your guide for this path. We're constantly surrounded by a certain amount of chaos. So much of modern life is busy, loud, bright, demanding, and fast-paced. There are days when we all feel overwhelmed. But just like we take care of our relationships and our bodies, we also need to take care of our inner well-being and peace of mind. But what does that mean exactly? The internet is full of self-care regimens, everything from spa days to yoga and vacation ideas, but what really works when it comes to shedding the mental burdens that life puts on us? That's what we're going to work on in this path, finding our way to inner peace. You don't have to be a monk meditating on top of a mountain. I'm talking about gaining a sense of peace and contentment that you can maintain in your life. And despite everything else you've got going on, maintain it. Some of these suggestions you probably already know, but some of them you might have never considered. So let's dive in. The first thing you can do is practice being more mindful. Basically, mindfulness is being aware of all the good things around you and being grateful for them. This could be something as simple as noticing the breeze blow against your skin, the softness of a couch, the tang of a favorite food, the sound of birds in the park, or a smile from a stranger. There are so many things that we miss or take for granted in an average day. Feelings, sensations, reactions, or things happening around us. Another thing you can do is sit still and slow your mind. This may sound easy, but most of us have spent a lifetime carefully cultivating the ability to multitask, to jump quickly from one thing to another, and generally overload ourselves with work, so there's always something on our minds that's unresolved. Even in our spare moments, we often overload ourselves with games and entertainment instead of taking the time, even a minute or two, to sit still and meditate about the day. Now remember, there aren't any mandatory rules you have to follow in order to meditate. You don't have to be in any certain position, any certain place, or even be thinking about anything specific. Your meditation will be unique to you. Find a comfortable place to sit, whether that's on the floor, your favorite chair, or the couch. Let's try meditating together for a few minutes. Ready? Try to relax your body as much as possible. First, slow your breathing. Just doing that alone can relieve stress, help you concentrate, or even help you sleep at night. In, out. In, out, and again. Now let's try something called progressive muscle relaxation. Concentrate on your feet, just your feet. Now intentionally clench your feet muscles as tight as you can for a few seconds. Now relax them. Now your calf muscles. Clench, clench, clench. Now release. In a full meditation, you can continue to do this, working your way through all your muscle groups, consciously tightening and releasing them along with all of your tension. Some people meditate by visualizing themselves in a specific calming environment, like the beach, for example. Try imagining the rise and fall of the waves, the way the light hits the water, or the way the sand feels between your toes. You can imagine yourself relaxing anywhere that would be the most calming for you. Think of it as a mental vacation, a break from whatever else you've been dealing with. Another way some people meditate is to try and clear their minds. This can be the most beneficial because it helps you not only relax, but also work through your emotions. It can be hard at first, and distracting thoughts might sometimes pop into your mind, but that's okay. The trick is just to refocus and try to spend a quiet moment with yourself. If a feeling is really bothering or overwhelming you, then take a moment to think about that feeling. Observe it, almost like a scientist would, and ask yourself why you feel that way. Is that feeling justified, or just your mind overreacting to a stressful circumstance? One of the most important things is not to push your negative feelings away. They are a part of you, and suppressing them isn't healthy. Work on sorting them out. It's worth the time and energy. And keep in mind, no matter what you are feeling, stress, frustration, jealousy, exhaustion, sadness, happiness, or relief, you are not alone. Others have also felt all of these feelings, and it's okay to have them. Too often, between ideal-looking social media posts and other sources that cause us to routinely compare ourselves to others, we feel like we have to constantly be happy, right? But inner peace is more than just constant relaxation, and it doesn't necessarily mean that your life is without problems, issues, and struggles. Challenges can actually make us more capable of positive emotions. Think about how that works. Without pain or anger, would we even appreciate happiness or peace? Just like we enjoy a vacation so much more after hard work or stress in our lives, working through and learning to resolve our more difficult emotions helps us to appreciate and feel greater, deeper peace than we would otherwise. So doing some of these activities for a few minutes every day can make a big difference in how you feel and can even affect your physical health. Reducing tension and stress helps prevent and relieve physical aches and pains and can actually reduce the risk of heart disease. Is that amazing or what? But more than that, you'll probably feel happier, less frazzled, and better able to deal with life when you take the time your mind, body, and spirit need to recharge. It's like your phone or your computer. If you leave them running nonstop, they overheat, slow down, and eventually wear out or run out of battery. If your phone needs some off time to be at its best, then shouldn't you do the same for your mind? Here is another tip. Make sure you get enough sleep at night. It's so easy to stay up late. Sleep just doesn't seem as fun or as tempting as the next episode on Netflix, another hour on social media, or any one of hundreds of things that keep us from going to bed at a healthy time. But it's almost impossible to feel peaceful and fulfilled when you are exhausted. You'll probably feel more stressed and on edge instead. The key is to make peaceful and calming activities enjoyable so that you remember to do them and even look forward to them. One way to remember is to attach them to something you already routinely do, like this. Every time I take a break from work, I will spend 1 minute being mindful and thankful. Another way is to regularly prioritize and take time out for things that you already enjoy, things that are meaningful and restorative for you. Think about healthy habits that usually help you relax and feel at peace. Do you like hiking, cooking, long drives, spending time with family or pets? Some people listen to calming ambient sounds at bedtime. Whatever works for you, make it a priority so you always have the time and a way to vent the stress of the day and just feel at peace. Finally, prayer can bring a lot of peace to your life. We talk about prayer more in depth in the Feeling God's Love path. But basically, prayer is taking a moment to talk to your Heavenly Father. It doesn't have to be formal, and you don't have to use any specific words, or even any words at all if you'd rather pray internally. Through prayer, you can unload all of your life stresses, let them go, and give them to God. You can tell Him about what's really going on with you. Talk through your problems, and thank Him for the good things you have in your life. You can even ask Him specifically to help you have greater peace. He loves you and is there for you no matter what's going on. Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." Christ is also known as the Prince of Peace, and relying on Him and inviting His help can make all the difference. I hope that this video has been helpful and that you can continue to slow down and treasure the small things in your life. We'll also provide helpful resources on what we've talked about in the Read More section. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.